For those who couldn't watch it, there were a lot of people saying they wouldn't be able to watch it, so let's hear what we managed to save this positive year and solve everyone's doubts. Beauty increases here. Trying to adjust my headphones, I don't know if it's low. It's raining like hell. Okay guys, sorry, they're the judgments. Events on Telegram always get a little break even. So nice to meet you, my name is Fernando. For those who don't know me, it's me from the project. We're already finalizing our pre-sales in less than 20 days. For our launch, we couldn't beat our radio. A little while. Now we're going to move on to the next stage. I'm going to pass the ball over to Robson. Robson is going to give you some more ideas and talk about the project. Robson can talk, right? It was 2 more minutes. We'll wait for the guys to come in. They're good. For those who don't know, MovieCom is the launch of a pre-launch that is multi-word. It's a multicolor application. How? The community will be involved, developers will be involved in this project. Music is for me, in my understanding. Okay people, it's not an investment tip, but for me, there's something very interesting, which is the part of artificial intelligence. Moved as well, interconnected, so it's going to be a different project from the GMT in terms of that. You will also be able to do other physical activities, be it a sit-up or a bench press, finally at the gym. There you will be able to check in and you will be able to do other exercises to count points. It was a bunch of mystery there that you'll have 5 there. Come on people, so good night, then I'll continue on the 27/08. Like every year we do, right? Let's talk about some subjects, some project updates for you, and then we'll release it here too. Chat answering questions about the project. Okay, this chat is not here with the community, and it can also be sent in the chat there, but just ask for the voice too and it's released. Okay. Let's focus more here on the voice of people. They had doubts, but if not, there's a microphone. I don't know what it is, just right in the chat right there that we will also be helping you strong release the annoying. Again, I want it blocked now, and when I said to the questions we will be releasing everyone in the beginning, we finalized the pre-sale well, even before our own forecast, right? We put the launch of the project on 09/15, which is more where it strengthens, and it ended yesterday, August 26th. Right. In 14 days. The second round also every day of the third round. It was a lot of days, or 8 days if I'm not mistaken, so it was very fast that it ended, and now there's no way to buy more currency, right? Who wants to buy only at launch? This is very good because it ended well before the interview, so it means that there is basically 18 days, 19 days to do more marketing, to be disclosing things, updating, but the project and all the new people to enter. Only you will be able to buy on the chart. So now a strategy is to grow the community more, is to grow the project more, so that when the project is launched, at the time it explodes, right, and has appreciation, right, there be it twice, 10 times, 50 times, 100 times, it doesn't matter anymore. What's important now, we have a very large gap now to publicize, but the project is not so much application, the project is not for the whole world, and this will bring more investors, but now only in grow. So who buys in pre-sale? Simply who arrives first, drinks clean water. It's true, then you take it depending on the value, whether it's 10 or 1,000, regardless if it already compares currency very cheaply or even a good appreciation because of this, which is very important. Okay, so it's the first information right from the pre-sale television 3 weeks ahead of schedule. To Campo no, Brazil is going to make a mark abroad, to make a mark in the whole world, so this will continue. You are used to video, more video, and but also abroad, also in person, because the application, as I said last week, it was only for approval to be released, and it has already been released for the Play Store, and by now it should already be passed to you as if register, then pass, and then 150,000, 200,000 is already releasing the beta little by little, right? So in these Brazilians, the beta is already releasing for the people. They are thinking about the application for September 15th, there it is 100% to be launching everything together, as much application as I believe. Okay, so this week it will already be released, it has already been approved by the Play Store, because also last week. Okay, but now and soon we will show you how to register the application, right, to be able to use it. So it's good to be a broker, right? That's normal, without asking when. Just any brokerage is releasing the contract, but it's closing, but being told which brokerage we're going to be launching, in addition to Perfectual, right, in addition to DEX, also some sexy ones asking questions. Okay, please open up the chat, and then the people will form here and ask here. Let's clear everyone's doubts. Can start with the billion, please. Man, I would like to know with you how much you passed on to the people. That amount sold in the pre-sale sale in dollar amounts. The value was in the first round, it was 34 million coins at 0.009, which is $30,000. In the second round it was 66 million coins, which was 0.0015, which, if I am not mistaken, the $99 I am not mistaken this value. And in the guard third round, there were 100 million coins at 0.0017, which is 170 million. I took it in health. Good night, good night. All good. Ask me simple objective. Obviously you still can't pass Sexy's name on account, they're right, contractual anyway, but this reality is a concrete reality, or just negotiations, or in fact, there is already some time for this to happen. Because we have 2,000 users, a pre-sale success, right, in a month there. Mainly a month, a week, we finished almost $300,000 there in pre-sales, so that it's already a reality of the broker's art. Now which broker, how many brokers, there is no way to pass Because also until the 15th a lot will happen, and even from here we are also going after more right to also try to be better and better brokers to the market, because it's no use at any brokerage, because how is it? For those who have been in the market for at least 1 year and follow pre-sales, follow our mind for know that just being a brokerage doesn't do anything, because there are many people in the Northeast simply don't have users. It's the majority that you have your eyes, you don't even use a brokerage, and brokerage you have courses, so what happens has to be a brokerage that is worth launching on it, right, to grow the project, because it's just this is a decentralized brokerage. Point now, a centralized brokerage, we have to be launching a centralized culture that it really has the true trading volume, because the majority is not true there. It's all Mars make that they put the numbers there, right? It's not exactly users who are there, and also talking about strategic brokerage, right? Not just launching but without strategy, because even brokerage, any brokerage to launch more she wants, it doesn't depend on the project to make a negotiation or anything, right? Anything she just lies, takes and goes. There puts more water than that coin, but that also is simply already in reality due to success and because of the application, because of the number of users and also the eyes that will arrive to, so the application now in the application releasing for more people to access, and the ideal that the most people, almost 100%, try to use the independent captive testing, because this will also help the project to be able to close with as many better ways because of that, because what poor thing is a user right there. That's what we have, but we want to grow more to be able to launch exactly for other good ones. It's perfect just closing in relation to marketing we already have will bloom, right, being our advertisement, so to speak, out there in relation to the issue of having an athlete. Do you have any ideas? Do you already have any proposals forwarded for another type of marketing in the sense of a part of collective sport, whether it be a team, right? There is the possibility of expanding these actions beyond __, right? It's only for us to enter the area of collective sports. Yes, of course, this will all depend on the growth of the project, growth of the application there and users. Boy, at the moment you have written to be doing everything, the question that not me every day basically. The messages at least I can read every day, because there are a lot of messages. It's crazy, but I'll try to present. This happens, this is users. Simply that we simply need to grow our eyes. People have a notion that the money you invested, because you are the project investor, there is a project, but you just put it, we have 2,000. Just jump it to 10,000, 20,000 user. Any company will want to be closing something with us, be a broker, and simply the brand grows. The brand growing, we get more capital to then be able to sponsor football, whatever it is. Just an example here, okay? So that's what you have to understand from you, is that a lot of people go there in that you how to put money there out of time. Santa Rita. You invest in the brand to grow. You trust Progetto Crescenta in an absurd way. Unfortunately, 10,000 times it does, but for that you have to have people there using the app, because you think it makes this brand grow with that. SmartFit can grow like that. We close with SmartFit. It's not just a vegan artifice like this, it's the Bolt app that does this. It's this 20 minutes. It's your customers, some not, and the people who use encourage putting you there, because the smartwatch wouldn't close this image with the bug now. So who really makes this happen without a possibility? What makes this happen is the growth of the brand. Right, because Ronaldo is the boat. It wasn't just because, it's because the brand is enough for us. It The question of creativity and growth that will add to his brand. That's how he closes. He doesn't close with any intention to see what Ronaldo is advertising for 1,000 companies. He has better companies, right, that he does. That makes his name grow, makes his brand grow, and he grows with people. So the same thing, that if it doesn't rain we'll leave. Now so you have to have just the app that makes the gamma grow. The question now that we're going to do marketing, but there's no more people. How to buy currency? How are you going to make people enter? Graphically, let's go talking like that. What will make someone come now and say, I am going to buy Amoeba? It's simply a united community. It's not a community that is being very right talking. It's the price. Everyone is selling, man, very serious. And then where is the price? Someone will sell, no sitting 10. Each person. New strategy. Are you going to sell or not? What to do or not? Just that. What makes these people want to buy is the incentive to wake up, helping her community, incentive, and making business grow that even today they won't talk about. A lot of mechanics. What made them grow in the market is the united community. There is also there, but what makes the chart grow is the united community. Encourage, I will indicate. And so what made our prevention successful? Marketing did too. Just what did people coming in indicating to others? That's it. Then it's how to deal that makes a brand to grow. Without community there is no project. It has a strong quality that trusts, believe me. Yes, I tell you your limit on how many times this sex can form a community strong, a community that helps, a community that really will simply help the project in question that I talk about, using the application and indicating. Everything else is that to achieve several things to make it grow more and more ties. That we will do everything to grow, but there needs to be a community behind so much helping me to make this happen. Got it? Let's call someone else. Please. The staff also sent a shock from the movie. Oops, good night Robson. Witch here. All right, all good. Robson wanted to know the following: is there any possibility of bringing this digital sneaker for also physical as a private label? Can happen in the future. No, force it. If that happens, that can happen. Yes, our edition with the penultimate armor, right? Physically for digital, for people to be using this intention, but tomorrow we don't have it here where we see that simply the public, I don't know, gilded the design, loved whatever it was about tennis, they liked it, and we just end up doing that and transforming its marketplace. This can happen. Yes, it's all a question there at the moment and what can happen, but it is possible that the letter A thing, the marketing, the global marketing, you already have a trajectory, or you are still going to study marketing even if it is in that there was the question of is. Show you the application. And for sure by the 15th it will appear more like this is normal, but you already have all the strategy set up how to do it beautifully. Robson, thank you for the answer. Good evening everyone. Good evening Robson. All good beauty, thank God. Robson 1. of my doubts was really what The Witcher just asked about bringing NFT to real life right too. Physical products, and I would like to know another situation too. I would like to wear a shirt to go for my walks, my runs, and I have a slight impression of that if a marketing campaign was suddenly done. I don't know if people are already thinking about it, but promoting it in that time that we have to promote between pre-launch and launch, promoting races there with shirts. Anyway, things in that sense to promote not only videos but also the campaign itself, promoting a healthy life there. Do you have these plans or not? Also, the people using it. I saw the pre-purchase stages here. There were 3 on the 9/15th we announced. The video. And it's been about 3 weeks since the first round ended. We announced the date and then it was the same thing. Yes sir, I say the value. There's already a preview of the pancake at launch, more or less. 0.0019 Cool, perfect, thank you for your attention. Or good night, alright, all good, I'm here. We're here today in this is the first one that I participate in, and I think it's really cool, and the doubt we talked about credibility and such, I think we are failing to talk about how it is a cryptographic project. We cannot stop talking about, I think, in my opinion, right about QCO. Eco, right? This comes together with the launch before it. They only put a theme thing, they only put the currency, and they only list the currency there. It goes up not on the currency when you have transactions of the currency. So when you create a net of the currency, while you don't do that there, they don't put it like this. If you are announcing there that it will be on the 15th, you can even put it a few days before announcing the coin, but it only starts that this happens. The information on the currency is out already. It's out already because all the paperwork already filled out. We already did it on the day it launches, up to 3 days ahead, because it depends a lot on whether there's a lot of project, and then you just want to follow the pattern. Mom, I understand. I believe that I had to be well tied up, right? Because sometimes the person is actually like us. I already work in the market. For those who know me very well, they already know how to do it. The same thing that they are priced. A lot of people talk about, but it's not going on the internet because the goal messy and trash world, all these wallets, they capture for that currency from Each one there on the spot, and then the price will appear, and so on. That works are. The picture of the coin design is not showing. How does this happen when you simply check in at the nursery watch? Everyone there will appear, so launching the coin feedback please. This is how it works. This is cool because I also participated in a lot of pre-sales and the launch that, like for example, in a week you had the coin, the token in your wallet, and you didn't. It's like you said you hadn't displayed there, like for example the amount you have invested, how much it appreciated. There was like a gap there just with the amount, for example. None faster than the friend is giving. Thanks Pedro, thanks for the feedback. Then they only take both, which is the main thing, but there is only information there to be their coin, and that's it. But it will only appear when the coin is tossed. We don't appear like that. Cool beauty. Show. Music. Okay, I would like to know how much the NFT will cost initial. Next week, because when we release the application, then we will pass on information, because, as I get to explain in other years, okay, I will explain again here what happens. The idea of the project is simply that you will have to limit it here. Music. Quantities, so the price and the quantity next week that we will spend. Exactly how you will be them, right? Because what will be the value? Your value you will earn. We are talking there, but practically it is this next week that close this information. There is a price each, it will be defined. Because how will you win? Right, because the person enters using it, so it will be from the market that people will be selling what is remembered, and then it will be available with price. I will get an NFT, everyone will earn NFT, and then consequently be able to sell on the marketplace. Look here, okay. But that's okay. The first is about the liquidity that will be released in the project. You already know. Or not? Yes, we already know with this liquidity, and then we pass the information about the currency is also there, because the liquidity, how many coins are they going to put there to be generating, but they pressed it there, will be more or less metal, the 60% more or less the amount raised. Okay, the second question I have to do for you is B. You already answered there that you are going to release an application for us to test it, right, until it arrives at the launch, and that is not exact. This week it will already be released for you, that he was just waiting for Estachio asking iOS that it hasn't been yet, but at the time in the Play Store it was already released, and we will be showing you how to register so that we can be thinking about the application. So, okay then. 4. Interesting people. I would really like to focus on promoting the application, on promoting it. You understood, to show for people, to generate more visibility, more credibility for people. It's bringing more investors, you understand. So this test is that you will demand it for us. It's very good, right? I hope you keep delivering what you promised, because so far everything is okay. There's nothing like you're always 1% good there. And that was it. I wanted to ask about liquidity, about the app, and about marketing. If this marketing now you're going to take more, is it a footprint more to the outside, or will it remain the same footprint here and abroad? If it will be divided in Brazil, it will continue. Marco, we abroad, the market will be done in everything, even more with the app. For those people who posted there that on YouTube, they simply end up seeing about the app. So this essence on YouTube that you end up seeing is already both in Brazil and abroad. So this is already happening abroad, so marketing will be done. Marketing everywhere, this is already being done, it will continue. Right, so thank you for my question, but just about these 3 points that I think are important, and fight for clarifying me there. Okay, he talked about marketing. Because you open YouTube, turn and move, it comes. Well, need to have courses, they will win, we will tell you, right? Okay. Next week it already happens, and then next to Netflix everyone will be conquered by you who are in the application, so you will be conquering, and you end up selling marketplace. So that good. Actually, like competition promotions, what will happen simply when we strategically do competitions, right? Like the idea KUKA question of making events. Everything else, the question of events, right? Race, whatever you are doing now. You don't compete with another player, it's you and you in the app. I don't have the competition. You are a player who will also have the treatment, right? Those people who run these things the most also to give a mass of the person, right? That the user he likes, just like I'm making fun of that. I don't know, there are more terms. The user that the people more daily happens, even the human being is extremely competitive, right? Because this is cool, very cool. This can happen even the test is not random to the top, it will have been without the penis, okay? Because there will be sneakers that, just like when the person buys this app, there will also be a text for free, which is a slipper. You just need to be using it. There will be some time to use it. Then if it is lost, it is only for the person to eat, only the application, right? But the person does not have earnings there with this slipper, right? Real money earnings, just the application. See how it works. If you like it, then it ends renting as well as FT status, where it will be able to rent more times a day. It's your account, you have internet, you can rent 2-3 penises. There are some people who will be able to rent one. All that you have are those states over there that will end up happening, and much more that we will also be up to date showing you all this. You also want to download, you will already be seeing there is already a lot of things because of that. And if you can publicize the movie by server prior authorization, actually the ideal joke, but that's actually you can make a publicity. You use the application, right? I don't know, I'm earning using applications. You can do these things, right? If that you can disclose as you as a person, this is to do Normal because you can't even for a moment use the name of the company that. You're the cloud, right? You're from the app world and you ended up winning that there, but you're using the app running every day, I don't know, posting on your Instagram, end up doing that there. Actually, the more you want to go out, the more attractive, so that's very good. Everyone who for use that is doing this because it ends up growing. Look at the app. This can make music. A final product actually is the sneakers related to the app. It also generates a lot of money with ads for the app on Apple. In fact, it just depends on them. Same with the Play Store. It took more or less a week. It just depends on them to be able to release the application. Okay, but our attention that until the 15th the two will already be launching the application now. The application is a beta of it that it is releasing for you to test, so regardless of whether it goes out to Apple now or not, it doesn't interfere much. But until the 15th, there's sound that is both for Apple, for the Play Store, and for the other one. That's going to happen. Carousel. I live here in Italy for many years already. In 2021 they made this movie coin. It's a lemon company. There already exists this region. Change its name. Sorry, cut a little for me. You said Rosa. Hey, sorry, there is this movie coin app here in Italy already exists. Right, no Apple Store. You are going to change the name. Do you have some project to do differently? In fact, and we are not going to change the name, no. We came to see that it seems that I already created it. I used that name, but that's what a movie is, isn't it? How to control beauty. The application and movie coin is currency, understood. In question, just for you to understand something very important. The project is a Sunlet CPP, and the moves when the person is going to buy it will buy. But what is the company? TP is what you're going to see so much advertising for the Bulba app and not for Movacoin. Is that automatically, consequently, the person will end up entering and will end up buying Moviecom because the transaction currency only that are Mars are. The app is totally focused on the company is the application. Laughs. Good, thank you very much. Ask here also in terms of the issue of waivers. Things come on, let's explain this again. People who want waivers. Right, they commands you want in the contract to be happening. Something to have. No, it's a change, but let's assume that movie coin will have a sales tax of 5%. Okay, you're living this one forever. No, it won't be. It's going to be a while at some point it's going to remove this fee. It's going to be zero fee. The currency is just like what we take this fee out of your contract. Actually, it is when the contract is useless for nothing. Contact. There is no command at all. Okay, I am not on a contract. It simply serves exactly for nothing. It doesn't mean anything. If the contract is going to be school, that's it. Then, like those projects that don't have anything in the project, there's no command there. So it's good to assume there won't be here. Okay, but there are projects burn according to your contract. If it's a manual, you can't burn it anymore, so forget it. You can't do it strong. You can't do it anymore. Nothing else. I would like to ask about buying NT on launch day. How will it influence the graph? Actually, his grandson's intention can be uncontested before NFTs. How will it work? That will explain. The question is what it helps you. Just understand that it helps, that it helps you will buy in EFT with movie coin currency. To only buy in FP, you just have to have movement with it. Ends up generating more liquidity for the project and more people entering. That's it. Right, just going to end up selling these coins, let's suppose, and I'm going to join, I'm new to that project, then you're going to sell $10. I'll go there, I'll go with 10 and pass it to you, you take it and sell it, yes. But that creates movement. But already, right. One more over there in the project, it ends up helping. With the application as well, it will end up captivating people's attention. They will have their eyes glued to their cell phones to see their performance. Some companies will approach to be able to advertise within the application. This has some benefit for people who are entering the pre-sales. Actually, the question of the next profile, how the app will work, is for you to understand when the company also does a marketing. In the app, whatever it makes a partnership, there is an entry of the capital. It goes to whom uses the application, so it goes in the form of a gift card. It goes in the form of different types of prevention, because it is one of the ways for those who use the application. They will be earning, right? Consequently, if the person in the application ends up earning money with it, because they will want more people was coming in the application, and consequently the graph goes up because of that, but it is using it and more people are buying the currency, that's how it works. But this question of C, that everything in capital that ends up entering this capital goes into the application for those who use the application, is that's how it works. No more questions, thanks a lot. You saw that, not even a question there. The guy Fernando Silva said this wallet has 800 million coins, dump coins, let's go. Block 100 is an open book. Can read and anyone can understand this portfolio of 200 million. You are the portfolio, simply where it will still be distributed, according to which 20% will still return to the application, 5% it's been a while there, 100% it's a matter of team. That is locked for months. There will still be institutions like that will work with all the currencies that are there and also pay these currencies is for liquidity. That this one already has currency, so people, it's an open book, you just have to see, and this is very simple. You open it in your wallet, okay, then there is a wallet there, everyone, each postman, what is the wallet in the contract will have all the wallets that will be locked have the wallets. What is this wallet for here? This wallet to be this wallet for the brokerage. This will be all written in the contract. Yeah, just read it. You don't need to be a programmer. It's written like this. What's the use of writing? Really super simple, so people and it's super simple. Millions now. The coins will be distributed as it was written perfectly okay. Until the launch, it has to be in the hands of the homework. Many times you can say, "Oops boss, good night. Sorry I wasn't able to get in. I don't know if someone has already asked, but I'm going to. I just arrived." Right, or for everyone who is already in the beta project, right, if there is a forecast before the 15th, I don't, at least for us to be able to disclose it. I'm doing my part, what I can do at the moment. I make the disclosure of what I have possible time to. And in the case of like, what will the purchase be like if we will be able to buy some sneakers, buy something within the app to be showing, or will it be free for some who have access or not? How will it work? For you in the beta is currently released, because it's a beta, nothing that will do there. It will be worth it, it's just for testing later when it starts for mouth correction. As I explained, it will be limited, we will put it. So after that, only mind gained by you yourself, the value is explaining there. This week, how will it work if you going to be earning earnings? There will be a value, but it will be limited and hot, then new ones will be 1, and then the price of the right 3 will be on the market, even if whoever has it puts the price there to sell. So she looks for it, it's an offer there, but in the app. Whoever is going to test the app, we're going to do a lot of campaign and benefit the users who use the app, like win NFT, they're like that. So that's why it's important that everyone who can use the app downloads the app and uses it. Win more prizes, will win more things, more benefits. Will simply be explaining this also. Starting and helping the project to test the application. For dissemination, right? The more you promote it, the more it grows, right? Brother, save. From games there is not much yet. Now you will be showing up for a walk, and then there is the question of the idea question. As I explained, the question of gyms will also come. There will also be the question in movement with a car. So there is a lot of things that will have in the application that will come yet. So there is a lot of information, a lot of news from the mountain. But of course it is gradually releasing updates, because they are also application updates. That's right. I completely agree. Music, together with you. I'm looking forward to hitting the product soon, the project, and disclosing it as it goes out. We spread it to more people. How it is written correctly, as I said, but it is released. Increasing for many people to test, which then matches the second death. You can happen. That is what makes the brand grow, and consequently cryptocurrency also went up. It's the main product, it's in the app, there's no way it grows. The project grows, everyone together. Don't dump the currency there in the market. That not even much want to dump, it falls. It's logical, it's not a thing, it's something. I explain, that's it, it's classic. Everyone knows this chart. Everyone is special, bland, but the truth of any chart. So it's the following: bought, it went up, sold, it went down. Point like that. If there are more people entering our support, I don't know what if everyone knew everything was okay. Everyone is a Billionaire because what we support everyone knows everyone and I don't see anyone really getting anything right, like 100%, because the news just goes up so it will even grow. There's even a community if everyone knows the project we have 2,000 and few if everyone has a strategy, a thought. The bad often people they think a lot only about profit. What is profit? I put 100, I'm going to take mine, that's it. But what's the point of you putting without and taking my what that this strategy is going to change? 1006 of the project beauty. Now good night in your mug, blessed night for us. Is the growth you had the vision to understand the project. A lot of people just come in thinking about profit, they don't even know what the project is, they don't even know what there will be no potential in these cases where most people lose money. In fact, they stop making money and value 1,000 times, and the person said he doesn't know, not having any idea. That's just what makes users grow, is people buying. It's the famous holder. That's how this is what will appear. So if there are faithful roads in the C project, the project will grow. It will remain logical, the graph will rise and it will fall. This is normal, but how much will it rise, how much will it fall, until where there is potential to go up? Is this where you end up studying the project and having a notion there more or less, but it's the community. You said I want an app to be able to publicize that I make videos in Kawaii and I'm going to publicize this is going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Make the project live, make it 10, make it 30 times. That doesn't work. Music, and one thing, you know, they have to think like this. I don't know if I might be thinking wrong or not, you're different than me. But you have to think like Bitcoin and Ethereal. So until today no one believed. Everyone calm, not so much a child, and it was fine, sir. I think it's low, but those who are inside are high because it's low now. In community value it's huge, in the real reality of us exactly. Exactly, but that the president also the thing you have to realize in crypto is that if it has a real use, because then the crypto that will really grow in the market, it will rise in the market in the long term. Sometimes it can do a short term 1,000 times Samuel and then fall all, or if it doesn't fall half off, there's no way to know. But in the short term it's one thing only. That the question is the long term. You said long term, the coin makes sense. The coin, what is it for? What is the purpose of this project? Why the currency is just information, just like the ethereal. The ethereal is a super used network, the currency, but the question is the network used, which is the ethereal network. You depend like BNB. When did the BBB explode? For those who bought BNB in the beginning, when is it worth to sit? Few people hear the more when it exploded. It was simply not just the base to grow, it was like this. When it began to be useful, that the state of the BBB, the blockchain, and simply stops, and the watchpad projects that you depend on buying BNB to be able to simply enter launch projects that made the BBB grow. That's it. Before the BNB TER, that the BBB will need to be ingested. The question is that there is the Movacarnic, so the system that is generating then music. That's the question of the potential to see there. You will have a notion where can the project go from where to where there, and how big the project can be, not to mention that it is already being gigantic even before Marco will be heavy to have many more people. That's right, but other than that I'll be waiting there, listening there. I hope that you leave it recorded there for me to see the beginning of the live. Okay. Everyone who wants to is listening. No. Okay, I'll continue listening there. Music. Good night. My son, tell me just one thing. How long since the origin of the project's thought until now? You've been working on this project that's going on. And select October 2018. To make the app, make the idea creation. But it's full in everything to 2022. Music. Which is super active and now a lot of time. Ready, my son, this question. I imagined. An idea that will then the first idea and the development began. Music, right, secondly, a point where we can show to invite to start the way to start writing in money because that thing is a good idea and everything works in the head, wonderful, but you have several things for us that it's scary, so if she gets a community for this to happen and then we'll do it for a month, a week, or peace, right, about a week. It started there. When I'm happy, November 2018. Everyone. Sir, I liked it a lot with I'm all anxious because of that 19th day. Now you said and use the app too, I hope. I get taken out to use it, music. My question is about the use of sneakers. The person is, let's say. So who buys the NFT? Who has possession of it? Do you think that whoever has such a reasonable amount, I don't know how it will acquire, what it will cost that person, can make a profit by having possession of these NFT of this system and renting them? This will generate profit for a person like that. A little considered something that I don't. I have an idea of how what I said would be. No, it won't be right for those who follow the Gmite, right? There's $2,000, $10,000 arrived, right? Another one can happen in this text, but this has an exclusive that will not only be an NFT will be used, but it will be in those exclusives that the wrong person wins but doesn't need it. Who has it will give her more money? No. But God, because it is rare in terms of worship. There is only one of them, you know, so this will happen, but you have a featuring. Depending on how much it is, you LL make a profit like I'm going to spend it with FP, even a profit. It's a long term like that. Because you'll win prizes, you LL earn more electricity like I said. You won't buy us New company PT not just buy right by the users so the users will win junior. Later I make a comment about it. It's just to not disturb that I love it. So, in the users, you get an NFT in one day. An example, it's just that there are 5,000 users. To enter, there's a place that has 3,000, right? It has to be conquered for these people to enter, so this also makes it value a little more, right? But of course it will not extrapolate prices as we are used to in the past. Several NFT NFC drops that, right? Also be winning the giant system also with a gift card and more things there will be, but you will make a profit, yes, but for that you have to use the application you have. The one from the customer is using the application, right? I was needing it. Daily they're doing their missions. Okay, very good, thank you. See. Okay, there is a question there in Leandro's chat. Good night, love. No, me, it will be limited to just one PT song or being able to reach future projects, so it's a transaction cryptocurrency. That's it. Let's see, it's just right all. Let's say the root there to do that there, its usability there, and the soft thing with smoothing is movie.com. You talk like that project's creation of more things other applications the question, right? What happens? Anyone can use movie.com independently. Because it's a cryptocurrency, it's money for transactions, so just one person. Let's assume you have a little market there in your, I don't know, you have a little market if you want, if it wants to accept the world with payment. Music. Good night, all good. Good night, good night, all right, all good. And my question is the following with in relation to supply. It's their good night. Are you listening to me? I'm listening to myself. Hi, good night. Hi, are you listening to me? Okay, my question is about supply. I saw him with his father. Total. My question is about supply. But he's going to be 100% of that 1 million will be made available, or if I understood correctly, there will be 470 million that will be in circulation, because we know that the market value in the case of the currency is in relation to the volume of supply released, available. I will teach you now what is this actually. Your information is wrong, Dalton. If they understand, okay, I will teach you now how do you calculate the value and with supply when you are inside a brokerage. You in the brokerage, you have a P2P transaction where NA in fact, you buy and sell from other people, so there you have a difference in value there, with the amount of currency you have there, when supplanting and releasing everything else, and then, as your father is released, it usually goes down in prison. Depending on the quality it is released, only that it will only be understood when you are in a technique that you are a blessed person and any smooth in life. It doesn't matter if you have 100 million, 10 Million or a billion currency in the market, the price goes with 100% of the father, the supreme is. 1 million, the price of the coin will be launched at 0.009. This market's account of the price that the coin is worth is according to the billion. It doesn't matter if that 1 billion is not in the hands of the people that the billion exists. Full stop. That's how the count works. Then there is only 200 million in people's hands, and I don't know. Now there will be millions that will be on the market, or there will be 600 million. Regardless, it doesn't matter, of course. When you want liquidity, the less currency there is in liquidity. How is liquidity? You get a coin smell, takes a Y from another coin gatherer, says this is worth it, so let's assume the coin will be worth 0.19. How many coins will liquidity be available? If you put in 170 million coins, this value would be $170,000 of currency. Exactly. So what happens? So you have to take this exact amount. There is no way I can put it. Take a billion coins and add it to 170,000 and give 0.19. So the exact account is how it works. So much currency that will be put up is the amount of liquidity together with the currency to beat 0.019. That's how it works. So the value is exact. There's no way you can put it is more currency because you name the price that S liquidity. That doesn't matter that you come in pancake. Anything you use you do some farm. That's how it works. The farm is created for you to create a price, to create a value in that currency, and you create a value by combining it with another currency and saying that it's worth it, and that's how it works. Except that the account is made on top of a billion, not on top of 450 million. What if you are one thing? If you take any currency that is not 100% in what you say, you are not feeling it in the market, but it exists. So silly, that's it. You will see that a promise cap shows two market prices in the currency that exists in Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, there are 21 million coins, but there are not 21 million coins on the market. There are only 18 million. So I want to show a price of 20 million and a price of millions, which changes nothing in terms of relationships. Change that makes Bitcoin value for the Avengers. So how to reduce the amount of poet that S how it happens, but the price is over a billion. But of course, if you have less in the market, you have less currency available to be bought. It values more than it should. If I know that with a billion and you go to buy it, it will have a slightly slower authorization. If you put only 100 million coins and you make the same purchase of value, it will value more, but in the end, even that's how it works. So when some YouTuber tells you our people simply only have 10%, even in fact it as the question of several looking, if there's more mockery with our son, it's less meat. That's it, but it happens. Music. What really changes currency in the market? You buy 1,000 reais, it will go up X. If you have more coins, this color will go up a little less than 1,000 reais are. That's good. It's good. But in the sale it's the same thing. If you have the same coin, if the guy is going to sell 1,000 reais, it will go down more than that if there was more liquidity. That's it then. Like, don't get attached to this R thing. There will only be X coins on the market, which is really important in the end. It's the issue of supply and demand. That's it. If there are many people entering, the business grows. If there are many people leaving, the business drops. It doesn't matter if it's 100% in the market, only 10% more in the market. It doesn't change anything. Over 1 billion and it says 60% will burn, which changes nothing. Nothing grows. It only grows if these coins are bought in liquidity and then they're burned, which is not what they do. So when you are a project, there is a pre-sale that the guy says will sell 30% of the supply and will burn 50%. There will only be 20% more coins per day. Extraordinary. Didn't exist. So pressure really doesn't change anything now. If you buy these Coins money that she there look in liquidity our currency buys 150%, which is its value, and burns it, then the pet explodes. It does that. So when I say that only 50%, I don't know what will be in your father. Actually, in the end, the account really only what matters. Same is liquidity, and the question of how these more related to the market, that even if you take it is simply the cloud you see, that 5% you do time, that this is beneficial for the project. A value is not, because these coins are given, so all water broken, but you don't feel the capital is not beneficial currency, because it's like inflation, right? That money isn't always, but you don't generate value if you don't create a product to have money. It breaks the country. That way it works. So just that yes, percent is but how, which is 5% is added in the market. So if the right sonar this 5% in a strategic way, giving it to people does not harm graphically, it does not harm the project, and it is good for people who earn more currency, for those who are there running it right, but in question not having these coins on the market changes. No, it doesn't actually grow, fall. None of that was well explained. That's right, it's not very clear. He also had one more question there. I saw there that who will give the coin, who will remain in the project there. As that 5% sales tax, right? To be giving the project, so having this additional value. At the beginning, just to benefit people, and also take it away, because it is not an advantage if you are 100%. Just imagine a project going there for 10 million deaths. You know, it is simply using the application that has to be putting this type of fee up to now, but we can remove it in the future. But it's just a strategic way to benefit now, the beginning, because every project easily has a lot of transactions, so who ends up holding it will have an extra benefit, right? Who is Holderman? Only that in the future, what I say when we don't know the question of strategy, that is to avoid boats. Also, because in a brokerage you simply in life will be 10% of you, and then simply to leave you will charge another fee. So it's like it's not an advantage to keep a fee. A coin eternally for a period is beneficial, but feels the period so great that it is no longer beneficial when we don't know, and no moment will be strategy when it is necessary, but now it will fill up that rate, and whoever simply has the coin will receive that 2% benefit. That's about the fees, but I'm sure it won't stay forever, that you Understand. Perfect. I understand. It wasn't very clear. It's a strategic issue like that for the project to gain body to gain in the whole right in the case. Thank you and congratulations for the project. There I see that it is a very good project and it is going to be very successful. Of course, people, this 5% is not to prevent the person from selling the person. It will prevent the person from selling it. No, it won't. That's a strategy. It's not that. In fact, it's just a strategy to benefit those who simply used the coin to leave the coin there. It will make more money leaving the coin, but that will prevent someone from coming. No, it won't imitate that. It will do its good to talk like that. It will give support. No, none of that. It's just a strategy of having a fee. Initially only on the sale, and this fee we will return to the church. This money to give more back to the users, and so it goes now. This will prevent someone from selling you or not. You will lose 5 times. Later, we will have to take it mainly on account of the brokerage, because for the brokerage this is not beneficial. For those who are in some projects that there is a fee, you see that when you put the coin in there or take it out, you lose a lot, so this is not beneficial at all, right? But in the future now, when some will be withdrawn, it will be. But now this woman of this rate, just to benefit those people who are in the project, the 2% will be distributed daily. Okay, actually it's time, Fernando. It's all automatic, so when the person does the everyone already receives it at the same time. The money is there. So it's all in BSD. Everything is automatic, so pennies will be sitting all the time in everyone's account there, and it will be according to all the currency you have, right, to provide the percentage that you have it and everything automatically. So on the same day you will be stung. Music. Leandro asked, if you sell buy it again. If you sell buy it, you end up earning there, but you will have some time there, right, about the coins, and you end up earning you. There's a year in the wallet. There's a year in the wallet. You get the translation. That's it. But I already did something too, right, to make it very clear, where in fact the person has any coin there a while there, right, in the wallet there to be receiving it, and not like you sold and bought the next second already, etc. There is some time there for the coin there to be receiving it. Make some way for the person to have it in their wallet. But our thing are, you come, you sold it today, buy tomorrow, from tomorrow after you start receiving. That's it. I told Guilherme Santos, light Ricardo, oops, calm again, I'm here. Which the people over there in the group are asking about world marketing. Again, would you be able to give me a little bit to be getting there now about the next marketing steps? You can see it on YouTube already. Okay, in fact it has been happening for a long time now. There is the athlete issue, there is the issue from Times Square, there is the issue that YouTuber videos are going to start out there. The issue is that another app is going to start Because to be able to bring people when these people you're watching a video testing the application for delivery, right? The advertisement will appear for you at some point, so it's already being done on the engine, so all this is already happening. And soon you'll even see videos from YouTube crazy to get this application out to test of the coin. But be cool. Robson was just to answer the kids are asking there in the chat, and I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to congratulate the project there that is being successful. And the same, I don't get tired of the group talking there, and my group is closed to move because I saw that it is a serious project, a project that I encourage people to enter into my partnerships. You know, there are some who even got mad that I closed my group for other projects. You know, we are focused on moving a mobile. Or as for the group you are going to see, the name of this group has already changed to Point Bridge. So and this group here is Little in Portuguese. When YouTubers start making videos from abroad, it will be the link of the group in English. Okay then, yeah, this is going to start there. The groups are already separated for people to start coming in now. Can you free more people there, please? Robson is listening to me. Guys, just to clarify that whoever lost loves him there, I'm doing a live broadcast, okay, and then I'm going to release it for the channel to launch it on the movie channel for those who lost their power. You're watching it with all the content available. Alright then, that's it. Good night. Music. First of all, thank you guys for the transparency of your project. People who follow some other projects that we see that there is not so much transparency, and you all the time make yourself available to create years for us to be able to participate, clearing the doubts that behind us, even more confidence with investors, and we feel much more welcomed and more inserted in the project with this transparency movement that you have asked. My question in relation precisely to the launch schedule, because I believe that some colleagues are in another one. I can say in another project that happened just now, I will not mention the name, but that the launch, it was postponed for 3 months, and this ended up causing huge uncertainty for investors and also ended up making the project a little less predictable. My first question is, are you really going to keep the launch on the 15th, or is there any possibility of postponing? The second question is in relation to currency inside the app. We know that it will be a transaction currency that will probably be listed in several brokers that we can buy and sell, speculate, but inside the app, how will this currency work and its value inside the app? It will match the value that will be in the brokerages, or if it will work like a miles program or something like that. It has already ended what had to be done about the hard cap 18 days before, right? The application will be coming then on the 15th. It's the launch of launching on the 15th. Strategies have already been sent. Coin strategy already knowing that we would be able to finish before finishing even a little. Earlier our prediction was to end pre-sale there between the premiere day next week, which until the 5th basically ended. It was right 9 days before planned, so the date is the date that will be right. So it's the 15th. There's no failure in their launch. And in terms of the currency, the app, you don't buy currency in the app. Try to buy the app in the future to make it easier. Screen of people who do not know the crypto world. This is important, but the intention is not that the application will be used to be transverted it for you to buy things to earn by other people is marketplace, right? You will buy coins. Other ways that will exist to buy currency and to be depending on it too, but the app is for you to be using it within the app to be buying things with apps, and so it goes. Alright man, congratulations once again and thanks for the clarifications. Thank you. Good night. Suddenly you have already answered this question. My question was the following. In relation to distribution in the case of sneakers, how are you going to do it? How are you going to do it for people who are already purchasing pre-sales? This week will explain how it will be national FTOK. What I can say is that we will have a limited number, right? That will explain to you, and then this limited number, let's assume an example. It was 2 brothers because we put it exactly. There you will be using the application, and using the application you will acquire more, right? Because it is lending or selling, whatever strategy each person will to be using it. So for the new people who are joining, you will have to buy from these people who use the app. Another question is about using the app. For example, I'm going to turn on my app, you're going to go for a walk, there will be a time limit to be using it, or I can, for example, I took a walk in the morning for 40-50 minutes, then it's for the afternoon I want it again. There will be a daily limit. Yes, there will be a daily limit for the person not to be running to me spoken up day from Morites. Nobody flies exercising because, right, we're going to have a limit on NF3 even to be lending. There's going to be NFT that will be able to lend more times a day. Right for you to take it and run away. There will be no missions for you to do so like this. You finish the missions, you don't need to be using them anymore. If you want to do this exercise you can, but be careful that it also for her the person completed just leave, because sometimes the person can stay there in that greed, you know. The more the walk, I'm going to acquire the coins there. That's not going to happen exactly because of health issues, you know. It can't be the way it's going to be. Full of questions too, to have a control there. Question for the person not to be making 1 million of exercise thinking you'll win. If you run a marathon you won't die, you'll lose the complete investor. It's over there. The person can give new people, then yes, they'll earn more. Like, I completed my lessons, now I take it, and I take it in the featuring for the person, so I'll win more, but you can't do it anymore, someone else will be winning, and then you will end up winning together with the person with their people. That's how it works too. The person not staying is the same thing as training. The training gym diary, where that's right, your cell phone will be capturing you on your cell phone, and it will have the training for you to be doing, right? It will capture your exercises. There will be a certain point that ends, right? You will not be able to stay with exercise for 5 years at home. No, there's a limit, exactly, so that this person doesn't have to train forever. Yes, okay. It's about this same thing. There will be more, yes, in the application. There will be maintenance for this NC, like the case. Power is with the GNT. Alright, my friend, great night. This is something that people usually create for you to control the economy a little bit, but it never really works like people do. In fact, there will be something like that, but it's more a matter of gameplay. It's not that you'll have to have maintenance. A pot of mine gain will come back. No. Actually, there will be something like that for you to improve your time, whatever it is, but it's stronger in gameplay, right? But you have a shoe there, you won't wear out the shoe, and you'll just like it. Usually the games that it depends on how they do it for a medium-large way. People, the attention is not that it will not reduce people. We created the systems in there so you don't do anything else with it, but you will have to do things. You will gain certain things to put in it to be able to improve it, to be able to use it, but not in terms of earnings, as projects usually do. That music, you will have to receive and buy and sell, right? Your question had a guy who connected. No, it's not just God taking it in the wallet there, you'll already be receiving it. Just what happens, I'll explain how it works. Let's assume that a person other than the guy pressed there. For example, I bought 100 Brazilian reals, each person who sold it won, but no, that's not it. 2% did not come on top of its monetary value in the currency. Let's assume that there was simply an example of one of the sales rates in the currency, the list of the action. Let S not count the purchase because the purchase does not enter, so let's go put those 100,000 in transaction, taking 100,000. Left over $2,000. These $2,000 is distributed as you have. Let's assume you have 1% of currency, but that only exists. Let's say that there is only 50% of people, so this 1% becomes 2. Then you will receive 2% of 2,000. It was clear, so you receive by a percentage. It is only on the blockchain and in your wallet. It will show that you have how many percentages in the currency according to the deal, but then you also have to calculate how many coins there are in the hand of the people who don't even have 20% of people today, and then there's cement to do there, right? Entering the BR6 sings, you can also discover this calmly. Beauty. As if you already knew if the person is there, like putting a cell phone in the car, leaving the application, it captures your movement. A car really goes above 20 kilometers per hour below, and a person will hardly run above 24 hours per hour. So without moving medication, if the person has above me, the person loses his missions there and loses his benefit R, but the person taking it will take a little. Gasoline in Brazil is expensive and any place is not worth it, so she can cheat by taking the car going 10 kilometers per hour. In relation to the car, music. So the person's gain is not counted in gas from the car. You have expenses. You have gasoline expense, oil, gas, tire expense, with a lot of things to use the car. If the person wants to do that, is up to her, but she will be walking 10 kilometers per hour or even less with the car, right? She will walk there in front. The card is not advantageous. We will capture the person's movement issue from we know if the person is cheating or not using a crazy app to do that, right? For the development of everything there, everything is very beautiful, everything is very right, and I would like to see you ask something like that as a developer and also an investor. That I believe it is. I would like to hear from you. Do you think it's money not only gives that after the launch what happens is like you sell your fish, right? Like I can't influence you at all. Everything I'm going to say to you I'm going to end up influencing in a positive, negative way, depending on what I say, what the person understands, and if it's well explained. In fact, it's up to you to know, right? Like what I'm going to say to you is we raised almost $300,000 in 1 month. There are more than 2,000 holders in the group. There are 7 more people, but you are not going to count the members. Let's count the holder and chat. For those who are in this first year here, made you our first year, there were 20 people in the second year. I'm in the house of 60, 70. The third, I don't know if I think this is the fourth. The third year, I think it was also in the same house, 88. We hit 180 people. Now we're 140 on a Sunday night, right? Just in the last week, our first round, which was raised $30,000, lasted 14 days, was born in the round, or $90,000 lasted 14 days, and the third round, which ended $170,000, lasted 7 days. So you see the growth is these points you have to get right to see the growth. We now have a ghetto exactly right. It's 3-4, it's 19 days for the launch, where for those who are following the marketing know who is doing what we are going to do. You know those qualities of marketing that I have a super brain that time more right, and these things can't stand. There's nowhere to buy coins, they'll buy where on the graph, so you have to not be so sure that points. And of course it's not just thinking graphically, it's thinking about the project. What is the power of the project? The project is simply it. It has a usefulness, it has a usability. That's all you have to analyze, and then you'll have an idea of where it can go, right? Thing I say to you is what I always teach everyone: loves the project. Valuing mine. Sometimes it doesn't depend on just having a fantastic idea, the project being beautiful, wonderful. We can make a hell of a Mars. We can bring Cristiano Ronaldo. If you don't support the project, don't hold the coin. This comes from publicizing the project. If we bring all of them, but we launch Pancake Coin, all of you selling it will change nothing. Now you brought them, and all of you help the project, test app, support the project, everything else project. It will do it a million times. The account is basic. There is no crypto secret. There is no secret. This question, the question who has the coins, is safe. Grow and support and grow. That's it. And more people entering now. How much is to value the growth? You already see for the numbers, so potentially more and more now. We do it just for sale. There was a success in the pre-sale, which was very good. Even more so in the market today. You sold a cryptocurrency 2 years ago on the Ralvi. Any coin sold, any rubbish you could get being successful today. When tomatoes are more difficult, those who are in the market know very well the market is located. Go up there, nothing falls laterally like this. Go to the short market, very strong, but it's not so simple. You get to the project, made a promise to you, bro. If you compare the marketing that we did for our Mars, it was almost all in Brazil, and look at the money we ended up. From there, you really see the potential. There is a project where it can reach, so that's it. We don't have much time to participate, clearing doubts, right? To understand and remove any kind of everything. He's here to teach you anything. It's not just the project, it's just the market. Above all, because for you to really understand the potential, from there you have an idea of how much to value, where it can reach, and so the community can help everyone help each other, right? The main community is no use. Project community is nothing. Everything seems to have gone up. Is the community. The building is only valued already. Community does not grow. The building can be wonderful, does not grow. No, already with age you understand that's how it works. It's people believing, support, and above. That's what I say is that old man with good profit is profit in his pocket. Well put money, I'll take it. Yes, that's just what I say. That's what it stops. Those who haven't been in the market for years know that I say something that is completely true. Only 1% of people will really earn millions. Change their lives because what I say. You put $100 in the project and make 1,000. It's wonderful to be multiplying 10 times. Only what changes in your life for many people change. Sometimes it helps pay a bill, helps several things, but what changes could be that until you work again you make 100,000 reais. It's no use having it again. Now if you make 1,210,000 it starts to change life. Tell me, Dad, that's what people have in mind, because how many people here already make 20 times profit in the project, but they keep investing, losing money, and nothing has changed for them. It happens even more. 99.5% it happens. That 0.5% really. The question of the project was right, because you are going to make a lot of mistakes. Everyone makes a lot of mistakes. I already made a lot of mistakes. I get a lot of mistakes. A lot of people do. Nobody is perfect, but it is one person or one person out of 10,000 people who will really change life. What is changing life? Millions. Where it changes, you don't need to do anything else in life. That's it. The rest will earn 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, but the following week he will lose 30 in the other project, because he will think that every project will do the same thing right. Sometimes you'll lose up to 300, you'll win without a squeeze. That's how the market works. It's just that few people really have the real patience. There's the support of the right projects, right, and really change your life. The rest will profit there a little bit, but later the money runs out and you take a chance on another. Then you have to see why you are in the market. Why is this? What I tell everyone is, in the market, why do you invest like you invest in a stock exchange? Invest in a crypto. When you pre-sale, you're at a very high risk. When you trade on the stock exchange in companies that are entering the stock market, companies that are in the beginning, it's a very high risk, but it's a high profit risk. Right? Like if you have your money and put it in it out, you won't. Changing your life is a safe place, but you're not going to turn 1 million of yours into 1 billion. You're not going to do that. Now let's assume here, love the movie, the person can wear 1,000 reais. Transforming it into 10 million is possible, because the person is not even in the beginning. It's still when it's on the ground, not even on the grass. That's a gift. You re the person to buy like the people in the PEC. Let's talk about the last coins there that exploded. Pepe. People buying Pepsi after it entered the barras changed what stayed poor. Now the person who buys Pepe there in the pre-sale, when you're making money, that's it. You're at the beginning of the project. So like you want to get rich, it's with the same project you've already gone in before, then down to a millionaire. That's it. Not even the dog there then has the same things on the base, only that enter. How many people later I do not earn more money? You will do in, I believe, 10,000 anyway. Have patience, earn money, right, exactly, and that can be in the short term, can be you possible. That's possible, but it's a very sure shot. But this 1 year, 2 years, and Bitcoin, you man can. Anyone who says whatever you make money with Bitcoin no longer earn your Bitcoin leaves today for 100,000 is that not even 5 times you will win. You put 1 million, it will become 5 now. If you put 50 here, that changes unless you just put it as a safe investment. Real estate safe investment. When you have it there, I will put money, or there is one profit there. Only you will earn money even if you put in a lot. You put in 1,000 reals only and leave it there thinking you will become a millionaire. It was already the one who won the B to reach $100,000, which is something that is completely possible to reach. In movie A Potential, it turned out that you have to do it 1,000 times, 10,000 times, then it changes. That's what I say. Obviously high risk, but it's a high risk and it's worth it. Now that I say it's unpredictable, you don't put 1 million in a preview yet. Not the madness. It's crazy. 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, because this can't turn into millions. Now in Bitcoin, think that the car 1,000 reais 4 times, 10 times at the most in the period of 3-4 years, but that's it. But it's safe. That's it. That's what you have to realize. That's it. This promise is being made. You're investing in a project at the beginning point. It has protection to do how many times the sky can do to 10,000, 10,000, 50,000. It depends, but I don't know one thing for this to happen. Of course there is the part. Wow, all the projects we do, everything he is talking about is being done to keep the part 12 investors in the holders, which is to help trust to participate. That's it. If this is all done in a right way, I tell you that the project makes 10,000 times easily now if people stay in the group here, which is the whole day. The currency will rise, it will fall, I'm going to buy. People, it's very serious, nobody wants to know what I can buy or don't. Understand, you have to worry it. It's not an easy strategy, I know it's going to wait longer to fall when it launches. Let me fall, if it doesn't fall, you lose a point, or just because it's more expensive, but nobody is worried about that it doesn't make it grow. What, not even Flamengo entered here. Now people, I want an app. Because I have Kawaii, I'll be publicizing the project without processing too. People, two more people, that's what's going to happen. Is people thinking good people will simply grow, it doesn't matter. You're going to sell a penny. People, it doesn't matter if you're going to wait for the business to turn into billions or millions. Sell people, it doesn't matter. What matters is studying the project to have the potential and everyone helping you. That's it. If that happens, it's just that's it. Now if everyone stays, I'm going to sell, I don't know what not. Guys, but the project will sell, I don't know what there, I don't know it matters. It will rise, it will fall, it will rise, it will fall, it will rise every day like any other currency. But now, as for each one, you have to think about where you want to go. That's what I say in my group to the kids there. We talk a lot. Like I said, the group is closed just for Movicone. We had the privilege of getting this gem to be polished. I always tell them the following: so while the community is polishing this project together, it's going to be worth a lot more than diamond. I always tell them because I work and I'm a big fan of precious stones, right? I always say that when we take a rough diamond, we have to cut it. We know that it is valuable, but as a rough form, it has little. It's worth very little. And the same thing I deal with the Move project today. We took on a little project. We had the privilege of cutting a very good gem that will bring a lot of fruit. Then I tell them no, they don't think about now. Don't think about an extra X. Do make your schedule where you want to get. For example, I invested 1,000 reals and I want 1 million or so. Let's fight, let's spread the word to get that million. I invested 10,000, I want 10 million for. So let's fight, let's cut this gem to reach that value of 10 million. I believe that each and every investor has a focus and we have to fight to embrace each other together for each one to achieve their objective. The guy's objective there is to reach a cent. He achieves in a cent, but my objective is reaching 10 cents, makes about 10 cents. Mine is a real one. Each one that is doing it, more people are entering. That guy is losing position, he will end up buying more. You will see that the sky has no limit. You know, it's very important, like that this is going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when someone sells $1,000. You have your currency, do what you want, buy, come hold it on the wall, and it doesn't matter, do what you want. And if someone sells or buys, let each one have to do their thinking. That's what I say. If you study the project, be that any other study, taking away the trust is over. That's what I say. We involve our role in the project to make it happen. If I ask for everything that happens, they just work to deliver everything. We have to deliver perfectly, and the people who buy that plug have to play their role. Okay, spreading it also ends up helping, and that's how it goes. You know, I see someone say, people, let's go on Twitter, follow people, follow you, you give tips, use the group to be able to help. Don't want to force someone to do what you're going to do. It's important to do your part. If you give this role, I'll tell you'll do well, you'll make money, you'll be at the forefront of 90% of the market. This other person doesn't do it, she'll lose, because there are so many people who sometimes end up asking the question that the person is new. But I know that there are people who end up asking questions in the group that are like that in the person's face, but the person doesn't go after it to find out, right? And like that, the person who entered there now already asks for the week. There are people who stay with you longer. Person, teacher, and how long it takes to get an idea. He has all this history, right, of conversation that the person has to have an idea that the person is making known what the market is really being. We know that the person has thought that he doesn't even go after it to know, right? Sometimes the information is there. The person doesn't even study to know the information. They are basic things. That's what I say. Each one has to do the basics, which is the basic study of the project. I tell you, you're going to make money, but I'm talking about 1,000 reais, 10,000 reais, then you spend it in a week. You Burn it there quickly like that you have bills 1,000 reais he left so. Don't change it, don't say that they are to change him, want to change your life, I want to get the project right and see if it has potential, participate in the love, participate in the project. Support it, disclose you already potential dish will grow, only it grows, find the bar of the fingers of your work, that's it, and how much to value people. It's at the beginning, I tell you, it's like Bitcoin, when I was sitting I was sitting, he was sitting, it was the beginning, whoever took it there made money there. That doesn't earn more money, there are investments. It's insurance, but getting rich doesn't stay with them anymore, who stayed that it wasn't. A hug, that's it, now when you touch a loser for sale, that's it, your investing is a risky investment, but you put little and it can transform millions, it's up to you to help, because what I do is just stand by and watch business happen. Nothing happens because we have to do our part, but if there aren't people also helping to spread the word, it's no use if we make a power in the application, make another project. A hell of an idea, do everything there. There are 2,000 holders, there's simply none of the powers of the applications. It's for the project front, you have to use the application, you have to talk to people, you have to show it there through the application with commenting with someone, it grows, it's that simple, it's not that difficult, it makes it grow, but the advantage that I'm talking about, bananas. You bought a project for the bananas for free, that's it. The project can be done millions of times. It's going to depend on these two factors. This happens is standard, like any project that has had this happen. People, let's release a couple more questions, so we're already here for a few hours. And then for us to finish this year, since it's been quite long, we're already almost 2 hours. 2 hours, good night, I'll do it a question here. I saw someone talking these days in the group, I didn't find this information, but it seems that it's in the white paper, something like that. The app will pay 135 movie for every 500 calories before asking the question. Just confirm if that was it, that you have some value like that. It's because I commented in the group, I said like this, well, because if it were this comment, considering that $1 could suddenly arrive, we talking about 200 Brazilian reals, please. Wrong, I think this is a typing error, no, but it's not that number, no, it doesn't have a specific number, it's not impossible, that's exactly like you said, if you get to take me a Doberman, the account doesn't close, that doesn't exist, okay, if someone says that what guy said they're talking about the joke, or did I know there are already taking advantage of it, you consider more or less a stipulated value that could reach. You already are going to work with this value that could reach what the person could receive today in terms of calories are to be paid. Like, let's aim that $1 is cool, it's not such a difficult thing or so easy to come by, but let's work with $1. Music. It's not an exact amount, the person won't always do the same thing, okay, that's not how it works. It will work, as I said, there are 3 types of earnings that application will have, because this strategy where for people to enter. NFT person who will conquer, who wants to say initials and they had. Conquering, this is a form of earning, another form of earning is currency, another form of earning gain is a question of gift card. It's not like that today I'm going to run, let's assume all generally pleaded, that's how it works, but this is a criminal system, it doesn't work, it is sustainable for a while between people, but there comes a time it will break what it is really standard. If people put it like this, every day you earn $5, no, it will not be that is valued, you will earn, you understand, you will earn a teacher, you can earn 10, there is no exact amount, there is no way like this, I will do it depending on the value. You will earn currency, right, and stay. So the forms of earnings are several, and it will vary. Everything important that will earn an exact amount is everyday place doing this, no, it doesn't work like that. Because that's where all the projects, it really is this way you can see that the guys go there to reduce the gain, because it is not a penny, because there is no way you can have an exact gain every day doing the same things. This is impossible, not if this type of project is sustainable. If Fabio had information, he said that it's in the initial part, it's just an example. Okay Fabio, it's not exact like that's what you're going to gain, there's a lot of information there, your projections, examples, okay, so like this I did it in X, are examples that you can, as I explained now, example of gain, right, like sometimes you can earn a lot more by doing things. Is the question, cashier will win and there will be the awards, so many numbers that you will see. North papers are examples. Paper says there will be a mission that you will run 500 meters, mission number 2 will running 1 kilometer, does not mean that it will always be, this will be totally variable, the world missions will win. Because every day you will win missions to do so, like we will win hands for 4 minutes to do, but the mission will be 200 meters, then it will be running 350, then running doesn't mean that every day will be like that, no, but every day the missions vary, and every day it will vary what you can really earn. How much you earn, it's still like that, it's because it becomes something jackal, right? Every day you do the same thing. Music. Let me ask you a little question that I play beach tennis. I have such a character in addition to my work. It would be interesting, I don't know if you have the money for that. You are going to work with this line. There are some very good championships, there are difficulty world level and such that it's not expensive, you understand, even if it's from a t-shirt or giveaway, be personal and using it, publicizing it, right? Because like that, I with the people like that, especially here in Goiânia, I have a good traffic with the people of the bit, right? I'm well known here. Exchange ideas with a famous ex-BB I talk to a lot of people here, you understand. I already told him about this type of tennis. Yes, no, that's a matter of having the connections there that people can do what you can do, Junior, you knowing people pass the contact. So if you have any idea of what can fit, and we will negotiate with people to do more, because marching we will always focus on the question of exercise, question of physical age, so it fits many fine what we can be doing, and then you have contact there, you're on the call and doing business there. It doesn't fit as for sure we're going to do that there. It's not even cuter for people to be training. It will also end up fitting to do this type of sport, right, of physical activity. So if it fits like this, it will be Alessandra. She is a teacher of the Virgin. We talk a lot, she does events. I have a character on the beach. I am an Arab sheikh, I keep reviewing with people. You need to see, so people like it a lot, and the track we exchange a lot of ideas. She is Verdnia's teacher here at the party, so what happens? I would go and kiss her, we exchange ideas if we manage to sponsor her. Even if I believe in this project, download this app. This app is good to give you the t-shirt. She gives it to her students in all the Edu Vale where she teaches there in the village. That's why she's a virgin. Give it to Virgin and such says she's going to earn money playing. She'll want to know even that one, and she's going to boost it to pump it. Then this is things that use that saying the three of the person you would like to meet. You need it. This is perfect. Send a message to Dom or Hudson for that's all the information, and then we try to do it, because if that happens it will be fantastic. Yes, and then we make the connection. It fits right there to be able to present the project, because it is a very good place. Vergnia, biggest force in Brazil. If it happens, perfect, but just doing the network there, that is good, because the project with her, you know, there are a lot of students like this thing to earn money by playing the 1,000 reais she gives in class. The t-shirt of the fine will appear in Vergnia's stories. But does it network sends a message to the Dom if they start the part of Mars, then we world if it works out perfect. But you can send a message, yes, that he is available to do all this. For example, I exchange ideas almost the whole week with Dom and I from the BBB. You understand what happens there. But the owner, he is connected with Bam Bam. He is connected with a lot of people, because I interviewed the owner, my Instagram got it, then he follows me and so on. Because of tennis I know our people. There is very important information. You're apologizing, but like the virtual reality of the application is our idea. It is a matter of that thing, the person to camera to capture the person's movements and end up winning. So in Pitanize, that works, yes, because the tennis animal is a square there, right? That is a place that science is a lot. If the person leaves the camera there on top of the bench filming playing tennis, consequently she ends up using the app world that will capture her calorie loss and ends up winning. So it works without the app, because of the virtual reality that we did there in the app to capture it. Just like we have several big events. Who has Dante from volleyball, who plays beach too? Damn show. Crazy, she'll know what application she understood. Arriving in Virginia, Zé Felipe. Good evening. So I really wanted to ask you this question because it's very functional, and this question of Web3, artificial intelligence and metaverse, but I don't know what, I don't understand very much, not about that, but I think that a lot of things there, like support that you things that you are moving to be able to capture. Because it's getting kind of bad, like I don't know if you train or not, but you must have seen the video. You already know you will have someone who trains and films. She training, but not all the time. She does it to post on Instagram. But the person is training at the gym and using the app for that's possible. But it can get a little strange. Sometimes we'll use it, but not the gym. That's how the person is there in the gym. To be part of it, the person will have to cut it inside to use it, right? For many things, there is the pattern that he is talking about in the project, all the ideas, but it can, as it grows, become more things. Even though in this matter it fits a lot, we are doing it to ask for sneakers, or the business fits when it is artificial, that the chapel on camera, only that. We are asking the question for the person is training at home, will do yoga, will exercise there at home, and the person can capture it, but you see that it covers several other types of sport that also fits. Now it can turn, it can. I say ideas that fit as soon as this project is finished. Everything can happen in the future and developing, but it has to be all stages according to growth that it is possible all this to happen. Is true. But beauty was worth beauty. Have some more questions already, people, and what happens every week, right? We're going to have more Amazon on the 15th, so you can find 2 more. That will be a lot of new people, right? 1 of me is just marking if there is something wrong, mark an administrator, right? Because the community issue is very good, right? Remove everyone in the group, everyone is answering. Thank you for this, everyone. 1 more success grew again. As I said the previous year, for this one there were more than 100 people here, right? Not to mention that people are having sex outside in the chat, so Kuka there ended up with his sister will also post. We are also posting. For those who are not listening, tag people will be pinned, so if anyone asks, it's just tagging people will be listening and participate in the year. Participate. We will be explaining to you how to add an application for you to register, and we'll test everything, so that's it. Thank you for everyone there. It's this Sunday night here. I'm from Sao Paulo. It's cold, I don't know, so it's everyone. Good night, everyone. We're going to be posting a recorded one in a little while. It's here in the group, just in case someone didn't catch the beginning. Listen again, tag everyone, and a good night, everyone. A good week. Thanks. Good night. Good night. Hug. Good people ending here. Some faces ended here. Thank you very much for you who stayed until the end. I love it. A little long, right? 2 minutes and 2 hours and 15. A lot of people don't love it. Very nice. A lot of relevant information there, and if you stayed with me until the end, thank you very much. Thanks for the ideas. Thanks for your mug. Thanks, Junior. Thanks everyone who was there in the chat. This armor will be recorded in a little while. I'll be posting a link there in the main group. I went, thanks.